Welcome back. It's art time class. Today we're going to be turning different shapes into forms using straight lines and value and all those shading techniques we've been working on. Let's get started. You're going to need something to write on. I recommend a piece of paper, whether it's ruled all the way down or whether it's ruled halfway. You can always draw on top, write on bottom. You could draw on the bottom, right on top. It's your choice. You're also going to need something to write with. I recommend a pencil in case you want to do some blending. A pen works as well if you've got nothing else around. And then you'll also need not only an eraser, but something with a straight edge. I recommend a small ruler or another pencil. You want something around this size, so you can move it around your paper pretty easily. Once you have your material, you're going to need to do some drawing space. For this, I'm going to go ahead and use the top portion. I can put some important information up here. I always want to put my first and last name. I'm putting art time, but you put your first and last name there. Now for the title, I could put shapes turning into forms. I could do shapes, I could do forms, I could do one of these words. I'm going to do ships, arrow, form. And then for the date, today's date is 10/4/2020, the day I'm recording this. And for our drawing today, we're going to be doing a few different shapes. You need to do a couple of these. You don't have to do all of them. I'm going to go ahead and do as many as I can. And you do whatever it is, which ones you want to do. So to start, I'm going to do the square first, then I'll do the rhombus, and then the trapezoid. You're going to go ahead and draw out a value box. That's one of these boxes right here. I like to use this line. I think it makes for a good border. I'm going to go dark, dark, dark on one end, and then get lighter and lighter as I go across. I already tell I'm starting to get lighter. And definitely getting a lot lighter now. Alright, and we're going to go back and do that again. Really adds a little more depth every time you go back over. Alright, so this helps remind us our darks and our lightest lights, just as like a warm-up practice to get started. Because once we start adding these different shading techniques, they're going to look so good. Look at those shadows on them. Shadows really help them make it look three-dimensional. So I'm going to start by doing a square. You do not have to label with words, but I am. You do not have to, but I am going to label with words. So I'm going to turn a square into a cube. Let's see. I'm going to do little tiny ones right here. So here's some straight lines. I think it really helps to have like a ruler or a pencil ready to go on the side. I'm going to do those angled lines. Alright, I did that really quickly. Let's see. Add our shadow in there. Alright, let's do that again, but a little bit bigger. So to turn the square into a cube, let's go over what I did. First, I started with a square. And you could do this with a rectangle. You wanted to make a rectangular prism. Okay, so here's my square. I have a little mistake there. Don't worry about it. It's gonna look okay when we're done. Now I'm going to pick 3 corners. It could be these 3, it could be these 3, it could be these 3. I mean, whichever 3 you want. And I'm going to do some lines diagonally coming out. 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corner. So I want that diagonal line to be parallel to each other. I want them to be the same length as each other and going off 3 of the corners in the same direction. Now I'm going to connect the lines, the straight line. So I have a square and then these 2 shapes here on the side. Now I get to add the shadows and add value to really make it look like a 3-dimensional square into a cube or a rectangular prism. Now this right here is I use strippling. That does take a long time to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it scrumbling, squiggly. Go from dark to light. Okay. Now for the shadow. When I add a shadow, I'm going to come in from a different corner area and color in so it's nice and dark. It really helps make it look like it has a dark shadow, a shade to it. So to me, it now looks like this cube is kind of sitting here on a table. Like that. Ooh, I like it. All right, let's do another one. We could do a rhombus into a pyramid. Now you can also do like a circle into a cone, very similar, except instead of a rhombus, you start with a circle, and instead of a pyramid, you get a cone at the end. So let's do those together. Okay, like a cone right there. All right, so we're gonna do. Let's do it. Oh, right here, yeah. Oh no! I always forget this. There we go, that H when I write the word rhombus. And a rhombus is a diamond shape, a rombo, diamond shape, into a pyramid. And a pyramid is that rhombus shape and then 1 dot up here. To those straight lines. That's so much better. I always need to use my ruler, my straight edge. It always looks so much better. There's that shadow right there. Let's do that again together. Let's do that right over here. A little bit bigger this time. All right, so my rhombus, here, bring this a little farther down. There we go. So a rhombus is similar to a square, but it's a little squished. And you turn that into a pyramid by doing 1 dot up top and then drawing a straight line to all of the corners. Let's see, let's do a shape. This is going to look really cool because now at the bottom I'm going to do a little, it's going to look like cross hatching. Ooh, very cool. That's how you turn into a pyramid. So really similar with the cone. For a cone, it's It's very similar. You do 2 lines and then do a curve right here. Keep curving it. That's that contour line. Very nifty, right? You could also start with the circle. Do a dot at the top. Line, line. That's going to also give you a cone. All right, so we did square to cube, rhombus to pyramid, circle to cone. Now let's do a trapezoid, trapezial prism. This one's going to be a lot of fun. Let me start with a trapezoid. Let's write it right here. To draw a little bitty shape. Trapezoid into trapezoidal prism. So here I am adding little lines to it. Connecting those lines, similar to that cube. And a little extra something for the shadow there. All right, now I have some time to do something fun, like a letter. To do a letter, what you're going to do is write the letter. Let's see, I did the A here. Let's do the next letter of the alphabet. It's the letter B. And then you write the letter B next to it to the side. Color that in. So it looks kind of fancy like that. You could also, let's do it down here. Do the letter, come down to the side, just like we did for the cube or the trapezoid. You just want to follow that. Let's see here. Looks a little more three-dimensional that way. So there's 2 different ways to turn a letter or a unique shape into the three-dimensional form of it. And then remember last week we did circles into spheres. So I'm hoping you guys realize this is all building into something a lot bigger and cooler. Now that that's done, it's time to go ahead and pause what we're doing and check out the questions. So here are the questions right here. So you've already done this, you're already watching the video. When you press play, there she is. Back. It's our time class. Hey. Hey. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm explaining how the questions are going to work.
You're going over.
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah. Okay.
You're explaining how the questions work with the video while we're in the form.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right.
Thank you. I'll explain it.
Okay.
So in the form, the video is in the form so that you can pause the video while I'm going over the questions and answer the questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to go ahead and practice that now.
Okay. We're gonna practice that. So I pause the video. I come down here. Let's see. Which shapes do you like? ¿Qué formas te gustan? Which shapes did you guys like the most? Circle, círculo, triangle, triángulo, square, cuadrado, rhombus, rombo, trapezoid, trapezoide. I think rhombus might be my favorite. It's the hardest for me to spell, but I think it's just really fun to say rhombus. Rhombus. All right, let's see what the video thinks. How'd I do? What'd you think?
That was great. Good job.
Yay.
Yeah, so you'll pause the video, answer the question when I read it to you, and press play, just like you did. That was awesome.
All right, so that's one question. Let's go ahead and answer the next one together. True or false? I need to use something with a straight edge when drawing a straight line. That's true. True. Verdad o falso? Necesito usar lago con una regla al dibujar una línea rectangular. Verdad. Sí, it's true. You need something with a straight edge. That was good. That was good. I like that. What do you think? All good? Like the drawing, everything that went with it?
Great job. Good. I like this drawing. Looks awesome. Go ahead and go down below. Be sure to click next so you can read over all those questions if you needed to do that.
Okay.
And submit. See you later.
Submit. Okay, so we hit next, and then we look at all these questions, and then we click submit. All right, and we're good to go on that. Once we go back over to our class over here, we've got a list of those questions in case we needed to go over them again through the form and the cue do review. So we got all that. We know what to do. So for our questions today, you're going to write about this. So I said, I used straight lines to transform shapes into forms. So that's question 2. That's the answer for that one that I answered. And then I put shapes are flat. I added, and that's number 1. Shapes are number 1. Shapes are flat. And then I added value. That's number 3. I added value because it looks cool. And then number 4, write your details and design instructions for others to follow along to create the same detail. That is, let me show you. I made on my fun drawing, I made a ice cream cone that is melting. So I drew a cone on the side and made it look like it was sitting on a box. Let me show you guys how to do that real quick in case you wanted to do that in your drawing. To do that, start with the cone, the item that's going to sit on the table. So think that the cone, that's the part that's sitting on the table, the flat part, and then the cone kind of sticks up. And then I did the contour lines, and I did cross hatching to get the cone. On top of that, I kind of did like a wiggle, little bumpy line, kind of like if I was doing a cloud. Okay. And now that I have what looks a bit like an ice cream cone, I'm going to do the table around it. To do the table around it, let me get my straight edge. Above it, I did another straight line. And then I made that seem like it was coming down. I think it helps to use the line of the paper to help mark yourself. But ta-da! Now it looks like an ice cream cone is sitting on the table. And I can add like a puddle, which will make it look even more. A shadow and a puddle always makes it look like it's on the table. Like right now this ball is not touching it, but I put a little circle right there, a little oval really. And it looks like this ball is now connected to that shadow. So the power of shadows, the power of shading, guys. This was so much fun. This was so good. I really, really enjoy our work here. Let me just go over real quick on how we're going to take a picture of all this and get credit for our work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over into our computer. So this little guy right down here, you're going to have a little circle, and that circle opens up. And what you're looking for, you can see all the different art. What you're looking for is the word camera. You might need to search the word camera. You're going to open up that camera app, and look, here we go. I can see my camera's loading up. So you'll hold your paper out in front and take a photo. Once you've taken a photo, you can close out of that and you need to go to add or create. It might be up here at the top. It might be down here at the bottom where you click it and it pops up like this, but go ahead and add a file. You're going to go over to upload, because you need to find it on your computer so that you can do it. And you're looking for the date for today. Let's see here. I don't see it in cameras and picture, but I need to go to camera roll for my computer. And let's see today's date. Oh, it's right here. It's up at the very top. That's it. I'm going to open that. There it is. I can click turn in. And we did it, guys. Turned in. We did it, we did it, we did it. This looks like such a cool picture. I'm so glad we got to create it together. Until next time, guys, be sure to keep being creative.